They didn't check, but they asked her if she had recently looked up the stand your ground laws, and she said she did not. She said that she had looked them up in the past a couple of years ago, and she was stuttering while she said this, clearly like scrambling, trying to figure out what to say. She said she looked this up because someone robbed a convenience store, but it didn't sound believable. It was like she was just trying to make something up on the spot. This is where it gets really juicy. They're like, okay, so you said that this woman said that she was trying to... Is it possible that you were lying about this too? Just like we caught you lying about it being 10 minutes in between the two calls? And then she goes, I just thought she said I'm going to you. Like, what do you mean thought? You're being interrogated right now. Like, stick to one at least. Like, you think or you know. Because that changes everything. That's not something like you gotta say lightly. They basically sit there and they call her out. They're like, you're trying to sound helpless. You're trying to sound like you're an innocent woman who just like happened to have a gun, but that doesn't make sense. And you can literally see her like sweating in the interrogation chair. And by the way, this is like the funny thing that she clearly didn't know. In these interrogations, you legally don't have to say a word. Like at one point the interrogators are like, none of this is making sense. Now is your chance to say something that actually makes sense. And they pull this interrogation move where they're like, oh, we're not gonna be mad at you. We just wanna get to the bottom of this. We're on your side. And the funny thing is, like, these interrogators can lie about literally anything they want. I don't think people know that. Like, I love watching these kinds of videos. And once I saw there was a kid who hung out with his friend, and the same night his friend went home for a second and ended his parents and then came back to hang out with the kids. And they were telling the friend, like, that wasn't involved at all. They were like, if you lie to us, you and your whole family will go to jail forever. And he was sweating. He was like 12 years old. But like, my point is they can lie about literally anything. They don't have to be telling the truth. They're not the ones being interrogated. They didn't commit any sort of crime. I don't really know how ethical it is. I haven't really thought too much of it, but that's just what it is, okay? Then she came up with this BS thing. She's like, well, sometimes I've called the police and they don't show up. And they're like, yeah, but we've showed up a million times. Like, sometimes we do show up, girl. And the bottom line is, it was 2 minutes and you shot her. She's like, yeah, but it felt longer. And then they hit her with there's only one reality and time that exists. And that part honestly made me cackle. That's a direct quote. And what really just like stuck the nail in the coffin for me hating her, I mean, I hated her the second she did what she did. The second I saw her on screen, I knew I wasn't gonna like this girl. They go, okay, so you're gonna be charged with manslaughter. And she shrugs and she goes, okay. And then she goes, I'm like reading a direct quote. I don't even know what to say. I was in fear for my life. And like, it was the least convincing way she could have said that stuff. And then she's like, oh gosh, I'm in hot water. And she starts like rambling about how she was like in fear and terror for her life. And then she resists the arrest. I'm gonna make a part 3 all about that. Follow for more true crime. This is The Perfect Neighbor.